Tonight's reality check: an attorney for a Prichard police officer charged with domestic violence now accuses the alleged victim of violating a court-issued no-contact order and is asking a judge to find her in criminal contempt.
Police arrested Markel Carter, accused in back-to-back incidents in March and April involving the same ex-girlfriend. Carter's attorney argues she should be held accountable for her actions. NBC 15's Andrea Ramey joins us now.
Andrea, the DA's office says the attorney is going past the point of vigorously defending a client.
That's right, Kim. Chief Assistant District Attorney Keith Blackwood called the effort despicable.
On March 22nd, Tanisha Doucette says her ex-boyfriend, Prichard police officer Markel Carter, choked her and threatened to kill her in his Chickasaw home.
He pulled his gun on me. He put it up to my head, and he was calling me all types of horrors and basically saying he'll shoot me in my head and kill me.
He was charged with 4 counts of domestic violence. 8 days later, Judge Zogby issued this mutual no-contact order, instructing Doucette not to stay at the Chickasaw home and Carter not to communicate in any form. By Easter Sunday, Doucette says they'd reconciled, and she was back at Carter's home when again she claims he went into a rage and attacked her. And again, Carter was charged with domestic violence.
The order clearly states the victim is not to contact the defendant, which is my client, the defendant. She came to his home address. In my opinion, she violated the court order. It's clear, cut, and dry.
Carter's attorney, Scott Hawk, argued this point previously, and Judge Zogby denied his request Doucette be held in contempt last week. Now Hawk's making the case again and is asking the judge to find her guilty of criminal contempt for the willful violation of a lawful court order, which he says could result in fines and some jail time.
If not for her actions, my client would not have these charges on him. So I think she's the wrongdoer in this particular situation, not my client.
Chief Assistant District Attorney Keith Blackwood says Hawk's actions are despicable, and he's using the criminal justice system to harass a domestic violence victim.
You don't feel like it's unnecessarily going after a victim of domestic violence?
No, not at all.
When you have a victim that goes back to an abuser, none of us should be surprised.
Domestic violence resource prosecutor Gabrielle Helix says for victims there are many barriers to leaving that people just don't understand.
When you have people in those types of relationships and we tell them that they should just leave, many times they don't have places to go. Many times they don't have the financial resources. Those could be under the control of an abuser.
Carter's pleaded not guilty in both incidents. His cases are headed to a grand jury and he remains in jail on no bond. Now, there are resources available to domestic violence victims. Penelope House, the Alabama Domestic Violence Hotline. There's also a text line. We've put all of this information on our website, mynbc15.com. Just click on this report.